What is up, guys? It is Christ, and we are back with another reaction. This is going to be the brand new Slipknot song, All Out Life. Drop a like if you are excited for new Slipknot material, just like I am, and drop a subscription if you want to see more reactions to the new Slipknot and old Slipknot, as a matter of fact, because I got a whole day dedicated to Slipknot. And so we're going to jump into this without further ado. I apologize, there will be pauses. I do it about every 20 seconds on new songs like this because I don't want to get a copyright claim, and it makes it very hard for the system to detect it at 20 seconds. If you guys don't like that, I will link the original video down in the description. And yeah, let's check this out, guys. Skull. Okay. What is going on? So, as far as I knew, Corey Taylor is not even with Slipknot right now. He's with Stone Sour, and I thought it was supposed to be that way until about 2019. So it looks like they secretly had him fly out or something and record some vocals, and I'm super excited to check this out. So let's continue. One thing I can say that I did like is I did like the fade in terms of the drums. I thought it sounded really good, and it still sounds really good. Hopefully they go somewhere crazy with it. It could be more of a headbanger song though, more of a slow-paced one. I don't know. I've never heard this before, and this is my first time hearing it. Um, let's continue. So one thing I do notice with current Slipknot, and this is like the Great Chapter and this one, I'm hoping it is not like this the whole song. Um, One thing I can say right off the bat is kind of something that I don't like, that I also didn't like with the Great Chapter. I mean, it's an absolutely amazing album, but one thing I do not like is there's no punch to the guitar in this. But other than that, I could tell it's got a really good groove to it. But it's just, it does not have enough punch. I wish Slipknot. I've heard the song "Sick," and that had the best guitar tone I have ever heard them have, and I wish they would use that still, but they don't. Let's continue. So one thing I can say right off the bat is I like what he is doing with those rapid fire vocals. I definitely do like that. It's just the guitar tone. It is not punchy enough for Slipknot. I need to seriously think about what they do for the EQ. And Metallica did it to an extent with Death Magnetic, and they use the same guitar tone live as they do in the studio, and that's not right. They should totally have Slipknot needs to have a punchy guitar for the studio albums. Let's continue. I definitely like the song. Otherwise, it's definitely really good. I hate pausing in songs like this because it's really fast, really energetic, and it kills it when I do this. But unfortunately, I have to. I definitely like the song so far. It's definitely a lot better than the last two reactions I've done. I did Scissors. I definitely didn't like that one, but I did like Sick, and this obviously doesn't sound like previous Slipknot. It sounds more like a continuation of the Great Chapter to me, which is definitely a good thing. I loved the Great Chapter. It was super good. Let's continue. Like this guitar riff right here, it's got a really groovy sound to it, but it needs to have a little bit more of a punch to it. And I've said that several times. I'm starting to sound like a broken record, but I believe it's true. I love Slipknot. Slipknot. This is definitely top-notch material, but they need to have more of a kick to their music. Let's continue. So another thing I noticed is that there's not quite enough bass on the bass guitar. There needs to be, just like with the guitar, a punch with it, or rather a kick, if you will. And it's something that I think they need to adjust the EQ on. But other than that, like EQ aside, it's an absolutely amazing song. So were a lot of Death Magnetic songs, but they were plagued by a terrible EQ. Do not want to do this. Don't want to pause every 20 seconds, but I have to. I don't have anything else to say right now, so we're just going to continue this pause awkwardly. Let's continue. I hate these awkward pauses. Let's continue. Give me a solo. Come on, I know you can do it. Okay. Tempo change. And ugh. That one might get me in trouble. I did not realize it was 30 seconds. I was mainly focusing on the video, and that's not necessarily a good thing. I hope that does not get this taken down. We're going to pause a little bit longer this time. So I definitely like the creepy vibe that they're going for in this song. One thing I can say is that while Slipknot's more insane songs are good, they're a little bit more rambly and disorganized, and they don't make sense. I like stuff like this more, where it's got a lot more of a pattern, and it's a lot more linear. It's not like all over the place. I definitely like stuff like this more. But at the same time, I definitely like it when they change it up. They do multiple style changes in the same song. So, yeah. Let's continue. Let's continue. The heck are they doing right here? Reaching towards the sky, looks like, but what are they doing? I don't know exactly what's going on in the video. I've mainly been paying attention to the music. Let's continue. Looks like they're reaching towards the light or something. I don't know. Oh, okay. Ew. I'm hoping that it's about to go into a solo, because that lick just right there was nice, but I want a solo. I'm gonna wait for a couple more seconds before we continue. And go. I definitely enjoy the song so far. I don't have any complaints for it. It's pretty much a perfect and typical Slipknot song. Um, don't have anything negative to say about it, other than the EQ. That's going to dock it some. Let's continue. Looks like he's got a flare. What the heck is going on? What are they doing here? I don't know. He's got a flare or something, and I don't know what he's doing with it. What's that in his hand? Can't quite tell. That's not the flare. I wonder what that is. Or, I don't know. There's a bus or something going on right here? I don't know what is happening. Let's continue. Oh, okay, gas. So he lit, it looks like he was trying to light a bus on fire or something, I don't, with a flare, but I don't know what's going on. You guys will have to, like, tell me what's going on in the music video. I've been listening to the music. I haven't really been paying attention to the video. I pay attention here and there, but, not for the most part. Let's continue. Okay, blew it up. I'm going to pause it there. I don't know exactly what is happening here. It just seems like a nonsense video to me. Another mental asylum, kind of like Devil and I. I don't quite know. Let's finish. I don't know what's going on in the video. I don't know. So let's give thoughts on this song, because it was definitely a pretty good song, but I noticed a couple of issues. Number one, the most glaring issue was the EQ. The bass did not have enough punch, and neither did the guitars. Like, that distortion needs to be heavy. It needs to have an edge to it, and it sounded more smooth than having an edge. And that doesn't sound good with tuned down guitars. They have to have a punch to them. And it doesn't quite have that punch. And then, correct me if I'm wrong, I did not hear a solo in that song, and that's something that I was expecting in the song. I didn't quite hear. I heard a little bit of an instrumental, or rather interlude part, but I didn't really hear a guitar solo. So it's gonna be about, if I all things considered, it's gonna be not that much of a negative. It's pretty good songs. Let's go ahead and get to the review part of this song. I definitely thought Corey Taylor's vocals were absolutely on point. I thought the guitars, for what it was worth, there was some pretty good riffs in there. There was some pretty good licks. And the drums were absolutely on point. There was a lot of blast beats, but that's typical of Slipknot. And I could not hear the bass guitar at all. So if we're looking at this specifically from an EQ standpoint, did not have the best EQ. There was way too much treble and not enough bass. But But that being said, the song as a whole was super, super good. I definitely enjoyed it, and I will definitely be listening to it again in the future. I'm gonna have to rate this about 8.5. It definitely was not the best Slipknot song I have ever heard. I thought "Sick" was way better than this one, and that didn't even have a guitar solo. I think I like "The Devil and I" way more than this one. Um, and yeah, so it's a really good Slipknot song, but it's not their best. I've heard a lot better. I couldn't make heads or tails of the video, but maybe that's the point. Their videos don't normally tend to make sense. And this one down here, "The Devil and I don't remember there being much of a story to it, just like this one. But who knows? Maybe you can correct me in the comments. Guys, that is all for this reaction. If you liked the video, make sure you like it. If you disliked it, go ahead and dislike. I don't care at this point. Drop a subscription if you want to see more Slipknot reactions, because I am doing them already, and I will be doing more of this album as it comes out. So with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and leave. This has been Christ. I'll see you guys next time. Actually, I lied. I'm going to throw this in at the end here. I'm doing a Q&A for 50 subscribers. It is coming up really soon, and I want to feature your guys' comments, your questions, and that kind of stuff in that video. So with that out of the way, guys, now I will leave you.